Have you ever lost a game of Kill Team before you even rolled a single dice? Yeah, it happens more than you think. And the crazy part is it's not bad dice. It's not your faction. It's not even your opponent outplayed you. It's because a handful of rookie mistakes that nearly every beginner player makes. Today, I'm breaking down those so you don't fall into the same traps. And trust me, mistake number 2, that one turns your elite operatives into free corpses. Mistake number 1, wasting action points. APL is the heartbeat of Kill Team. Every move, every shot, every dash, every objective you grab, it all costs points. And here's the truth. New players burn through those without even thinking. They'll move once, maybe shoot, and by the end of the turn, they're done. And that's leaving fuel in the tank. And in a game this tight, wasting even a single action point is like handing your opponent the initiative. Picture this. You've got 3 APL, you move 6 inches, you fire your bolt rifle, and then you stop. That's it. Meanwhile, you could have dashed onto an objective, or repositioned in a cover, or planted a token that scores you points later. That's not just sloppy, that's the difference between being in control or scrambling behind the whole game. So what's the fix? Easy rule of thumb. Every action needs intent. Don't move just to move. Don't dash just because you can. Ask yourself, how does this action win me the turn? If you can't answer that question, it's probably wasted. And we've all done it. We've had games where my intercessor sergeant basically jogged in circles for 2 turns because I wasn't planning ahead. Don't be me. Don't waste your APL. Which brings us to mistake number 2, overextending. You got that one model you love. He's armed to the teeth, painted in crisp detail, your absolute hero piece. So of course, turn 1, you send him sprinting across the map, straight in enemy lines. And then what happens? He's surrounded, melted, chopped, or blasted off the board. That lone hero run, that's just donating a free operative. Yes, technically it looks cool when your sergeant charges into 3 gen stealers. But you know what else it's called? Volunteering to die. The fix. Cohesion. Your team is strongest when they work together. Push a unit, cover each other's blind spot, and layer threats so your opponent can't just focus one mini and delete it. Think about it like this. If you're trading one model for one model, you're losing. Kill Team is all about efficiency. One Marine dying because you pushed too far isn't just a bad loss, it's APL. Dice and board presence gone. So here's the takeaway. Mistake number 1 is wasting your action economics. Mistake number 2 is throwing away operatives by rushing ahead. If you can clean up just those 2 things, you'll instantly feel more in control. But there's also a third mistake almost every beginner makes. It's sneaky and it kills games even faster than bad dice rolls. So what we'll tackle in the next turning point. All right, we've talked about wasting action and throwing operatives away by overextending. But here's where Kill Team really separates the winners from the rookies. Let's be honest, how many games have you played where you were focused on shooting models off the board and forgot to actually score points? It sounds familiar. You're guilty of mistake number 3. All right, we've talked about wasting actions and throwing operatives away by overextending. But here's where Kill Team really separates the winners from the rookies. And let's be honest, how many games have you played where you were so focused on shooting models off the board you forgot to actually score points? If that sounds familiar, you're guilty of mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 is ignoring tac ops and mission play. Kill Team isn't just about killing models, it's about scoring points turn after turn after turn. I've seen players wipe half their opponent's team off the board and still lose 16-12 because they never touched an objective. You can have the hottest dice in the room, but if you're not doing mission actions, not positioning on objectives, and not thinking about tac ops, you're only playing half the game. I get it. Rolling dice is fun. Shooting the enemy is exciting. Tac ops are your hidden win conditions. They reward you for smart positioning, for timing, for being sneaky, and new players, they either forget about them or they don't read their tac ops properly. That's throwing away free points. So what's the fix? At the start of every turning point, ask yourself, what can I score this round? Not eventually, not by the end of the game, this round. Break it down small. Kill Team is a race. And if you're not banking points early, you're going to be scrambling late. And let's be real, no one wants to be the guy bragging about how many models they killed right before losing an objective. Don't be that guy. All right, let's move on to mistake number 4. And this one, it's brutal because it gets punished immediately. Mistake number 4 is forgetting terrain and cover. Kill Team is built around terrain, obscuring vantage points, light and heavy cover, and it's not just dressing, it's half the game. Yet beginners will plop their sniper down the middle of the board, wide open, like they're Superman, and then act surprised when he gets blasted right off the table. Yeah, standing out in the open makes for a dramatic pose. It also makes for a very short life expectancy. The fix is simple. In your activation behind cover, make your opponent work for every shot. Force them to take bad angles, to waste movement, to burn extra APL, just to see you. And if you can combine cover with smart positioning, like holding objectives while staying safe, that's when you're really leveling up. I once had a game where my Illuminator sniper survived the whole match, not because I rolled hot, not because I tucked him behind cover, only peeking out when it mattered. Meanwhile, my opponent's sniper, he stood proud in the middle of the board and got grenaded turn 1. Don't be that guy. So here's where you're at. Mistake 3 is forgetting tac op. Mistake 4, ignoring cover. Both of these will cost you the game, no matter how well you roll the dice. But the last mistake, that one hurts even worse, because it's all about wasted potential. And if you ever end a game with command points still sitting in your pool, you already know what I'm talking about. All right, let's wrap this up. Mistake number 5, and honestly, this is the one I still catch myself making. You've probably done it too, and it hurts. The mistake, hoarding command points. Here's the thing, CP is not a retirement plan. You don't get bonus points for ending the game with 5 shiny tokens setting in your pool. But I see it all the time. Players terrified to spend points, holding them for some perfect, dramatic moment that never comes. And then when they lose with resources still in their pocket, I get it. Saving feels safe, but command points are fuel. They're meant to be burned. They let you re-roll the clutch dice, fire off a ploy that swings a fight, or save an operative who should have been dead. If you're not using them, you're playing on hard mode for no reason. Picture this. Your leader fails a save that would keep them alive on an objective. You've got CP setting there. Do you use it? Of course you do. But new players freeze, they hold back, and suddenly their most important operative is gone. And with that, the game. Look, CP hoarders, I love you, but you're like the guy who never uses healing potions in an RPG. You end the campaign with 20 of them and a dead character. Spend the points, win the fight in front of you. So the fix is simple. Plan out the ploys you value most for your team and budget to use them. Don't blow everything turn 1, but don't finish the game sitting on a pile of CP. Momentum wins games. All right, let's recap. Mistake number 1, wasting your APL. Mistake number 2, overextending and donating models. Mistake number 3, ignoring tac ops and mission play. Number 4, forgetting cover and terrain. And number 5, hoarding command points like they're rare coins. If you fix even 2 or 3 of these, you'll feel your win rate climb instantly. Fix all 5, you're going to be a nightmare for your opponents. So now I want you to know, which mistake are you guilty of? Drop in the comments. No shame. I've made all 5 more than once, definitely.